I wonder what Kyle has over Jed to be able to do what he's doing with this team at this point in time. Man, Niner fans are pissed. Niner fans are pissed. Wow. Guys, I'm the negative one, but they only lost one game. They certainly could win next week.
Yeah. Well, this whole thing will be different if the 49ers win on Sunday. It'll be a completely different story the following week. It's been brewing all off season. It's been brewing with all the stuff with Garoppolo still here, the Lance deal and everything, and it's been brewing. It's just, this is the point where Shanahan he's starting to lose the rope. Yeah. That's part of why I think he doesn't play Lance too. Is if he plays Lance and this offense looks as bad as it has. Yes. Where do you go from there?
No, he looks incompetent at that point. And yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But I think what's going on too is with Kyle, Niner fans are really smart. Bay Area people are very intelligent and educated. And I think he plays into that. Like, yeah, he had a bad record, but people understand his narrative, right? Like, took over a bad team. He's building. Bill Walsh struggled at first. Like, everyone understood where he was coming from, and they were following his moves. You did this for this reason. It makes sense. Don't judge him on his win-loss record. You have to really see what he's doing. And I think Niner fans are lost at this point. They're like, dude, you lost me. I don't get it. I don't know why you moved up to 3 and now you're playing him. At this point, you're just going to have to show me with results because I'm no longer following your train of thought. And the results, it's like they're 2-1, but it's a shaky 2-1, and the offense doesn't look good. People are like, Kyle, you're losing me. So yeah, Kyle, if you want to fill fans in, now would be a good time because you're losing them. I mean, all you got to do is watch the comments here.
Yeah, no, that's you make the move up to 3, you take a quarterback, and then you sit him, and you continue to stick with the guy, and there's no end in sight to it, and you've lost. So now that they lost a game, it becomes even a bigger issue. It all plays together.
They're lucky that the offense put up 29 points because if they lose a game and they only score like 20 or something, it's going to be deafening. Even if Jimmy played well.
Oh yeah,
because that's the way it goes. Again, this is if the Rams had decided we don't like Goff, so we're going to trade up for Lance and keep Goff. We'd be laughing at them.
Mm-hmm.
We would.
Yeah.
But it's happening here, and so we're being more respectful because we're not. But privately, it's like.
Yes.
Hot take. I'm starting to think that it's not Trey. It's Kyle that's not ready. I'm telling you, Kyle, you are losing. Your approval rating is dipping hard. His scheme might not be deep enough yet. He has a rep to maintain. Kyle, you better do something about it. You better get your PR staff on this quick. Your agent. You got to spin this, man. I don't know. Mm-hmm. People don't follow your moves anymore. They used to get it. And if you lost, they'd be like, okay, well, he tried to do this. The guys were open. He was right. Now they're like, I don't know, man. He didn't like Jimmy. Now he likes Jimmy.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Brian says, if we fire both Lynch and Kyle needs to go. Which GM head coach candidates do you see as options to lead the Niners in the future? Oh, man, we're way far away from that. But if we are looking for offensive coaches, the guy in Carolina is quite intriguing. He's younger than me. He had success at LSU with Joe Burrow and now with Carolina with Sam Darnold. Now, it's 3 games. Let's reevaluate at the end of the year. And even if, we're not having that conversation yet. But that's a guy, if I were an owner, I would always have 3 or 4 coaches that I'd be looking at. I'm not loyal.
Yeah.
You're not my wife. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 or 4 guys I'm always looking at, I'm interested in if it comes to that. And that guy's on the list right now. Also, probably Lincoln Riley, Oklahoma. He seems to understand modern offense. I'm just saying that's a guy that I'm watching. That's on the radar.
Sure. Yeah. And it's like any profession. If you're in that owner's spot, you need to have a bench of guys that you're making, you're writing down that you're going to be interested in eventually moving for. You don't make a move without having somebody in mind. You shouldn't, unless you're firing Jim Harbaugh.
5x7 index card in the top right corner of the drawer with 4 names on it. 4 names. Just in case.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
A list. Yeah.
Yep.
Plot twist: Shanahan wants Trey to start, but the Yorks want Jimmy to finish the season. Thoughts? So dysfunctional that we have conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory. This one is juicy, and I love it. I think it's certainly plausible. It's as plausible as any freaking theory out there. Is what I want to say. Sure, could be. I don't know. The Niners do such a good job of controlling the narrative of their team. They're way removed from New York. They're all the way out here on the West Coast. the East Coast isn't even really paying attention. And frankly, I think the rest of the league and the nation wants the Niners to be good because it just expands the map of relevance for the NFL. And they do the local media is not very tough on them. They control the narrative. Right now, Niner fans are waiting for some direction. It's like they're walking around and there's no signs.
Mm-hmm.
Here is where we're going. Here is the, I don't know.
Yeah. The direction right now, nobody knows where it is.
Right. It's like they all lost their GPS. Sugar Shane says trade Jimmy to New England for Gilmore and sign Gore and Sherman and salvage a season. You got a life-size picture. They got their Jimmy Garoppolo. Mac Jones is Jimmy Garoppolo with a less handsome face and,
fifth of the cost.
A healthier knee.
Yeah. And a lot cheaper.
A lot cheaper. They got him. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's the show. That's a hell of a show. These shows are getting lengthy, man. People are extending them. I respect it. Thank you.
Yeah, no, they definitely are. I went on this morning just to do a little thing, and I ended up on there for 45 minutes. I thought I was going to be on there for about 15. Shoot, on Saturday, I was on for almost an hour and a half. I was expecting 10 minutes, but people started getting into it, and before we knew it, we were talking about Seinfeld. But
nice. Now that it's actually on television, people can watch it. LaRon says, Niners fans too emotional after a loss. We all know what Jimmy is. Lost a close game to a Hall of Fame quarterback. Lance is coming. Offense does have to score 30 points a game. LOL. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's fair. We really crushed D'Amico after this game. He was going up against Aaron Rodgers without his starting corners. Predictable outcome. Not to say that he's a good DC, but he's an inexperienced DC going against. Well, yeah, it's predictable, and I like overreacting. It's fun. Come on, LaRon. It's not that. Get with the program.
I understand the whole Aaron Rodgers piece, but how many times can you watch Nick Bosa and D Ford getting chipped off the edge without making any and just keep putting them in the same position over and over and over again? I mean, those last couple of plays at the end of the game, they were so vanilla with what they were doing. It was awful. The last play of the game, just to go back to that one really quick, both D Ford and Nick Bosa get completely destroyed on chips at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
both of them.
Yeah, and it's finds a solution, D'Amico. If I had said before the game, if I had made a video and put it on YouTube, prediction. The 49ers will have 1 sack and 2 quarterback hits against the Packers. It would have gotten downvoted so hard. It would probably have a 20% and everyone would say, you're just looking for attention. This is the worst of Grant. What are you talking about? And then it happened. And people are in shock, well, it was just one game, or I don't know what happened. No, it's a catastrophe. And if it keeps happening, it's a catastrophe. And this wouldn't be happening if Robert Saleh were here. Figure this out. You have way too much talent in your pass rush for that to ever happen, let alone against that offensive line that was backed up.
For sure. There was, you're right. If you had said that before the game, people would have called you a hot take artist and everything like that. I mean, I tweeted it out during the game, and people are telling me that I don't know what I'm watching. I'm pretty sure I had a pretty good feel for the fact that they weren't touching the quarterback, and the team that was playing their third string left tackle was doing a better job of protecting their quarterback than the team that had their starters.
Yeah, that's true. All right, nope, 2 more. You guys, looks like another BS excuse-ridden season. Kyle needs to win or kick rocks with the excuses. No one wants to hear that BS. Niner fans, I love you guys sometimes, man. Sometimes Niner fans kill me because I used to be a Niner fan, and sometimes there's too many excuses, and you just take everything that the team sells you, and I'm like, guys, come on. Come on. But right now, 2-1, and this is how you guys feel. I love it. I love it. This is quality control, Kyle. We all want the best for you. Take this in a good spirit. Quality control. You're on the team, I see. I just hired you.
That's right.
The right spirit, the right heart. Niners played first half versus Lions, second half against the Eagles, and second half against the Packers. Would they be better if they played an entire?
So they played a game and a half so far this season.
Play the whole game.
There you go.